Hello. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's training. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Soraya. Welcome to the Rise the Healers Shamanic Breakthrough. That's what this was called the first time, was Shamanic Breakthrough. The Shamanic Breakthrough is the coaching platform that we use to go through the process of enlightenment. Shifting traumas, fears, anxieties, doubts, lacks, past lives, Akashic energy, blueprints into mastery. It's a really great course for practitioners, healers, or anybody working towards ascension, energy mastery, wealth, joy, and abundance in their life. It is literally the tools to ascension, which is excellent. So that is offered and open to everybody. We're opening another enrollment here in the next week or two. Sign-ups are available. If you'd like to reach out, the Shamanic Breakthrough Coaching Platform is absolutely phenomenal. It is life-changing. It is absolutely life-changing. Welcome. Welcome to this week's training. I'm super excited. We're going to touch base on leaky energy. We're going to touch base on what this means during huge quantum shifts, which we're in right now with the eclipse energy. We're going to talk about why it's important and why it matters to really check our energy, person, place, thing, frequencies, habits, and what this means for us as we're making shifts and changes. How we can get stuck in old loops or break through into this new quantum version of ourselves. We're also going to talk about energy strings and setting boundaries. Super important for the sensitives. This is a big one. Super beautiful. We're also going to touch base on reclaiming the identity, how to create that in the quantum experience. I don't want this to be too long, but I'm also going to touch on some esoteric teachings of the path to enlightenment, because this is, yes. What's first? Leaky energy. We're going to touch base on that first. Every time we go through quantum shifts, a quantum shift is when the energy of the universe, the energy of the earth shifts, like springtime, like Halloween, like the medicine wheel, right? Springtime is the biggest shift we can make for ourselves because we're coming from the darkness to the light. And this goes through our body. It goes through our consciousness. It goes through our awakening. Throughout this whole winter experience, we've been doing our shadow work, shifting our experiences, doing the micro steps, working on our mindsets and belief systems, working on our identity, uplifting ourselves to create transformation. Now we're at the height of that. This is where it comes down to make it or break it energy. And every time we go through these quantum experiences, that breakthrough moment, we get to see those spaces where we've played small, or didn't have boundaries, or had unhealthy habits, or cycles that have been going on too long, right? What does this look like in our body? It looks like sloppy energetic practices. It looks like feeling exhausted and tired. If we break that down to a very human experience, they call it depression. I'm shifting away from the word mental illness, right? But they call it depression. I call it shifting, identity shifting. When we are holding ourselves in an energy frequency of the past, we are keeping ourselves in a lower frequency, period. It's that simple. So if we're feeling drained, are there parts of us that are operating in that other lower frequency? We all go through these shifts. It is the natural process of the earth. It's the natural process of our environment. If we're not shifting with the energy, we're keeping ourselves back. I had a really beautiful client come over. She called me Tuesday and she was like, I need to come right now. I am guided to come right now. And I'm like, okay. When she got here, she was like, I was guided to come here. It was super important. I asked about other practitioners. They led me here. And she was like, I feel like if I don't do this, I'm going to be stuck in a karmic loop. That's how intense this energy is. And it's true. Every time we go through these experiences, we have those loops. We have those breakthrough moments. And for many of us, it's breaking through playing small, people pleasing, not setting boundaries, inner child trauma, past life trauma, these energies that are lingering in our chakra system. They are reflective of something deeper. It's reflective of something far beyond this human experience. But in this now moment, it looks like leaky energy or a messy car or a messy office, undone house chores, not keeping up with your personal practices, right? That's what it looks like in physical form, but the energy goes so much deeper. And the quantum energy goes so much deeper, because when we're holding on to this quantum energy of the past, we're not bringing in the wealth. We're not bringing in the new clients. We're not opening to receive. It's not even about bringing it in. It's about opening to receive the velocity of this new energy. It's beautiful. So if we've been calling in wealth or happiness or a new relationship or a new car, more clients, that old energy is asking to be expelled. It's asking to be shed. It's asking to be released, so we can receive the embodiment of this new energy. It's quantum physics. But for many of us, we get comfortable and we hold on. We want to hold on. We want to reach for things. We want to grasp for things. Our ego wants to be comfortable, and our nervous system is trying to protect us. It's a normal, scientific, neurological function. Our job is to be conscious of this. Our job is to be conscious of the energy. Where is it leaking? Is your car messy? Yes, I keep saying that because my car still needs to be cleaned. That's one of the things I haven't done throughout this week. But it looks like mental health days, right? It looks like nervous system shutdowns. Now, that being said, the nervous system shutting down or breaking through is also a sign that your energy is releasing. You're no longer in that safety precaution. You've broke through some sort of old identity or old energy. I cannot tell you how many times I have worked with a client in the last 3 days about nervous system shutdowns. We had a soul circle last night. All of them, many of them, nervous system shutdowns. This is because our energy is releasing and shedding. But this becomes difficult. When we have those nervous system shutdowns, we're like, fuck, I must be doing something wrong. Or, I have to protect myself now, which is normal. It goes into fight or flight, fight, or freeze, and then it goes into survival mode. That's what our nervous system does. When we are a conscious energy master, we can see that this is a nervous system spike, clearing, cleansing the energy through somatics, through breath, through tea, through all the steps, the tools that we have in our toolbox, clearing the energy and then returning to the alignment that you're stepping to, returning to your daily practices, returning to that thing that you're integrating, the thing that you're quantum leaping towards, right? Our nervous system and our ego's like, I am exhausted, I can't do this. Rightfully so, it's an energy change. It's two different frequencies trying to come together. And it's good to rest. We don't want to over push our nervous system, but we don't want to stay in unhealthy habits. Every time this happens, I still go through a space where those old habits come up. And I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't feel right. That's the nervous system cycles back to those old habits. It's natural. When you do allow this other energy to come in and integrate and embody into your body, those habits naturally release. So if you find yourself in those spaces of over resting or eating differently or whatever it is, trust yourself, trust your body. Also, rest is really, 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 really important. And not oversleeping, not in a depressive way, but in a space of rest. Your nervous system needs rest. But there's a fine line between rest and bypassing, right? That's that conscious creator energy. That's that energetic mastery energy. Super beautiful. Also, I'm going to be doing a one-day masterclass. Is it one-day masterclass? Yep. And we're doing from the wounded healer to the thriving practitioner, shadow work versus shadow alchemy, becoming the embodied leader, becoming the embodied coach. If anybody's interested in that, feel free to send me a message and you'll get the first to receive the links. It's going to be a one-day masterclass. We're going to do both online and in person. I don't know if that's going to be on the same days though. So feel free to reach out and ask questions. Super beautiful. Okay, when we're going through, let me make sure I touched everything. This eclipse energy, and I'm not talking about the season of the horse. I'm not talking about the Lunar New Year. I'm talking about eclipses all on their own, especially during springtime. But eclipses on their own are creating energetic shifts. It's literally an identity shift. It is its purpose to shift us into a higher range of consciousness, to shift us into a higher range of energy frequency. What have you been working on in your own practices? I'd love to hear it in the comments. I'd love to hear it message me, whatever it is. Let's chat. What have you been working on in your own practices? And what has been coming up for you? When we're shifting identities, when we're shifting from one frequency to another and embodying this new space, those old things come up. But what are you holding strong to? What is your why? What is that new identity? What is that fuck yes energy that you're integrating? This rising had a really beautiful, I've been really into the 22-day breathwork practices. We're going to touch base on that too. I didn't realize how extensive this breathwork is that they've been teaching me. And I've been sticking to it, of course. In this rising, it was really, really beautiful. And I've been clearing lots of energy. And I put on this really beautiful song about, I might share it on the group. It's really beautiful. And she was talking about the woman that it took to get here. The woman that it took to get here. How many versions of yourself have you shifted through to be in this personal moment? The birds agree. How many shifts as you went through? How many death and rebirths have you went through? This is a mastery for women, especially, but it's for everybody. Because we're in this dark feminine energy, because we're in this womb energy, and because we're in woman embodied leadership. This is our charge. I don't know if I want to say it like that, but our experience is to master this life, death, and rebirth. Because we're going to be teaching our children, right? We're going to be teaching our children's children. We're going to be teaching the masculines. We are woman embodied leadership is teaching those spaces of life, death, and rebirth. And it doesn't have to be depressive. It doesn't have to be mental health. It doesn't have to be any of those things. It is literally quantum shifting your energy. That's all. But the hardest part is letting go of those old versions of you. Habits, people, places, things. Things that are in misalignment. I can't tell you how many chapters I've closed in the last few days, and many of the clients that have come to me. I've been in this really beautiful loom weaving group for 3 years, and that just completely closed. It's done. I'm no longer sister weaving with the loom. Like, these are big breakthroughs, but it looks like breaking down first. This eclipse energy is breaking down so it can break through. This is where many people back out. Because it gets heavy, it gets scary, it's uncomfortable, the nervous system is spiked, I'm exhausted, what the fuck is going on? I've been doing all this work and it's not working. It is working. This is the fact that it's working. It's showing you that it's working. Because everything is changing. It has to fall away before the new alignment can come in. Not everything aligns with your new frequency. Not everything aligns with your new identity. And it can be very difficult. But it's only a small piece to a very big picture. Grandmother Hop comes through all the time for that. It's just a small piece to a very big picture. We are ascending beings. This is what we're here for this lifetime. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it manifestation. You can call it healing. You can call it breakthroughs. You can call it shadow work. You can call it whatever you want. We are ascending to higher levels of consciousness because we are here to inherit more light, more love, more wealth, more love, abundance, frequency, breaking it down to energy and quantum physics. In order for us to do that, we have to let go of those old versions. We have to let go of those old things. Our human mind makes it difficult. Our human mind creates stories from our past of why we're holding on or why we can't let go, right? The mind holds on to stories. Yesterday I shared a nervous system reset tool. When your nervous system is triggered for flight or free survival mode, we start surface looking. We start getting into ADHD-like tendencies. I don't even believe in ADHD. It is a side effect of nervous system experiences, right? Not saying that it can be extensive, yes. Resetting that nervous system changed my whole fucking day. It was an amazing day, right? It was that simple, but our brain overcomplicates things. All right, I want to get into this for a little bit. This is super beautiful. So through the 22-day breathwork experience, through the 22-day health and wealth challenge, we did 22 days randomly of breathwork experiences. We walked through the roots, the dragon breath, the water breath, the air breath, the heart, higher heart space, the throat chakra. We went through all the chakras. I am learning it's so much more than that. And that was just a small piece to a bigger picture, of course. When we are looking at this tree of life, this is the path to ascension. This is the path of consciousness. And this is an ancient hermetic tool, chemetic tool, yes. But you can tap into these different strings of energy to magnetize and manifest things into your life. For this past 5 years, I've been strictly focused on the roots. I've been a deep, deep root worker, working through epigenetics, which is ancestral trauma, childhood experiences, physical traumas, past life energies. This is why I can read the quantum energy so well, because I've been in this root space for 5 solid years, probably 10 solid years. 10 solid years? Oh yeah, boy, it's been a long time. But I've been working with this hermetic diagram for about 3 years. And they guided me not to look into it or read the Kabbalah until after I mastered this. This was like 2 years ago, and I haven't. Now, through this breathwork experience, I am able to see, feel, hear, and understand how this energy comes from the earth, how it cycles. Let's see, we're going up the left hip, which is our wealth, which is our inner feminine and body ship. And then it goes over to the right hip, and then it goes up through the solar plexus. This is where our soul star is. Everybody says it's above your head. No. I mean, it is. But our soul star is supposed to come down into our solar plexus to create our Merkaba. Our Merkaba is our physical light body where we can ascend through. Super cool. This is a super beautiful Yeshua training and teaching. This is something that we're going to be talking about this weekend or next weekend for the not quantum masters, although that sounds like a cool course. Shadow work versus shadow alchemy. When we are going through this process, our wealth is in our feminine embodiment because we're receiving. Wealth is growth. Wealth is love. Wealth is abundance. The flowers grow through the earth. The flowers of wealth grow through the feminine body. When our roots are so blocked off and trauma and scarcity and fear and nervous system shutdown and survival mode, we're shut off. It's normal. It's natural. It's part of our scientific body energy systems. When we start breaking through and doing the shamanic breakthrough sessions that I teach in the group coaching and this different breathwork technique, we break through those energetic boundaries. We break through those energetic, look, I'm getting super passionate. Yes, Queen. We break through those energetic boundaries and become the conscious creator. When this energy comes up, it goes through the solar plexus. This is so sexy. It's so sexy. Just this breath work alone in the root space is living in an orgasm. I'm not even kidding you. It's beautiful. The last few days I've spent a lot of time just breathing in the space. And the beautiful women who are in the shamanic breakthrough space, they've been doing this as well. It's life-changing. Life-changing. But as I've gotten up to the solar plexus, it's gotten up to my left shoulder. Left wealth. Feminine is wealth. The left shoulder and the throat space, this is where I've been hiding. Witch's wound. And I've shed many layers of the witch's wound, yes. But as we stand out, as we step up, we shed more energy from our chakra system. It goes in layers from our past life experiences. It goes in layers through our blueprint and our Akashic energy. It's very cool. That's why the Akashic readings are so popular, because you get to see where you're stuck, right? And you get to unwind that energy through your soul codes. It's super, super beautiful. And it's so much easier than we think it is. But we get up to the space of this neck space and the heart space. This is where we embody this higher energy of experience. This is where we connect to God consciousness. It is so sexy. So as I've gotten up here, it shifts over here and then comes back up and goes up into the ethers. And then through the breath work, we bring it back down and it cycles back through. It actually goes right here. I don't know why this one isn't here, but I feel this in the higher chakra. It comes back through here into this process and comes back down. It actually goes that way. And then it comes back down. This system is repeated through to the 13th dimension up high to the 13th dimension in the earth. It's very, very cool. So through this breathwork experience, through this quantum cabal tree of life thing that I've been mastering, I've been able to see the flows of consciousness and how we as practitioners can step into that. I'm spitting now, excuse me, I'm so excited. Can step into that and utilize that energy to create the things that we want. And not just create, to be in peace, to be in alignment, to be in wealth. Wealth doesn't happen on the outside. Wealth happens on the inside. Our alignment happens on the inside. And when we embody these gifts and release those old identities, it has to come back through. It's a universal law. What you release comes back. But we get to consciously choose what we're bringing in. This is where that quantum peace comes in. We get to choose what we're bringing back in. It's not shadow thoughts. No, because we're clearing the roots. It's what we're choosing through consciousness, through God consciousness that we've been connecting to. It's super beautiful and it's super powerful. But that's where if God put a dream on your heart, practitioner, gifts, new car, family, divine union relationship, it's for you to have. It's for you to create. It wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. So what are some of those dreams that you've been working on? What are some of those goals that you've been working on? What does your inner child want to do when she grew up? That's a really great one. Sometimes they really go hand in hand, right? But what is it you've been building? The why has to be stronger than the pain. The why, your mission, your purpose has to be stronger than the nervous system breakdowns. Your purpose has to be stronger than the old habits, the old relationships. Some are very beautiful and peaceful, yes, but if it doesn't match the frequency that you and God have, it must fall away. It's part of the ascension process. That means something better is coming because we are consciously shifting. It's so beautiful. It's so powerful. And it's so freaking exciting. You got I'm spiked. I'm feeling good about it. So I'm going to be not rewriting this, but I'm going to be teaching this in the Quantum Masters, I keep calling it Quantum Masters, it's interesting, in the Shamanic Breakthrough. And we're probably going to do a class on this as well. I'm still integrating the pieces, but it's differently than what I see on here, which as Brother Yeshua always said, just follow the steps and we'll show you the way. So that's what we're doing. But the breath work is available to everybody. That 22-day health and wealth experience is available to everybody. It is a $222. Is it that much? Because you can have both courses. $222 thing, and you get self-paced breath work plus the activations. Super beautiful. That's to anybody to have at any time. If anybody's interested in wanting to dive deeper into these deeper healing practices, claiming your light, your new identity, stepping into that mission, feel free to reach out. The Shamanic Breakthrough Coaching Group is open. And yes, if anybody's interested in the shadow work versus shadow alchemy, embodying your soul's gifts, let me know. How's this hitting for you guys? I do not like it that Facebook doesn't show me the comments right away because it makes it not as fun when we're not communicating together, right? Maybe one day I'll find a different platform to share on, but for now, this one works. Through this new moon to full moon eclipse season, this is the time to let go, surrender, trust, connect to your why, your mission. Let it be a movement. Let it move you into action. This is the time of bold movements. This is the time to have courage. This is the time to say, fuck that old self, that old version, whatever it's doing, and shift it and release it with peace, with honor. It's an honor that you've made it here. It's an honor that your old self taught you all these steps, right? But that doesn't mean it's not time to let it go. Let it move you into this new energy. And when we're going through this eclipse season and the eclipse portal, when it is asking you to let go of those soul incarnated experiences. So if you're finding yourself in old patterns, scarcity loops, poverty loops, abusive partners, mental chatter, whatever it is, and you want to go to the next level, between these two times is the time to truly shed that. It's a huge void. It's a quantum void. And as we shed through the void, we can come into this new version. It's beautiful. And it's a lot simpler than we think, but we just have to let go, which is hard. Humans like to hold on to things. But remember what you're fighting for. Remember what it is you're working towards. What is that why? What is your mission? What is your purpose? If you're not sure, but you have something on your heart, that's part of it. Follow that step. Right? Oh. Loving you, beautiful souls. We will see you next week. Hope you have an amazing week. If anybody would like to reach out, ask any questions, work with me further, I also have readings available. Feel free to reach out. Send me a text. And we'll chat soon. Loving you. Mwah.